as usual, I'm going to start this section with interest rates and my commentary and observation on what's going on within the market. We're recording this on let's have a look, the 9th of August, and it was last week. I think it was the 3rd of August that the Bank of England met, and as widely predicted, they increased the Bank of England rate yet again, the 14th consecutive increase to 5.25%. It went up by 0.25%. As I said, widely predicted. So for us as landlords, that is really good news, because what the markets and therefore the lenders don't want are surprises. So the fact that this was completely predicted by the whole financial community, then when we look at mortgage rates didn't change. I've mentioned this a few times in the past about the difference between the Bank of England interest rate and mortgage rates, and there's a disconnect between the two. So not only are mortgage rates really stable right now, over the last 2 to 3 weeks, I've actually noticed a slight reduction in mortgage rates. Now, before we all get excited about this potential saving on mortgage rates, I'm really talking about a fraction, about a 0.1, 0.2% reduction on rates. But that just goes to show the disconnect between mortgage rates and the Bank of England rate. So we're talking about new products here. We're talking about new borrowing here, not about your existing borrowing. So if you're looking to buy a property or refinance, then mortgage rates have not really changed. And if anything, they're just dropping a fraction. The exception is those people who are on standard variable rate, SVR. So that might be a normal lender's variable rate, or it might be a tracker rate. And I took a look and I was astounded. Apparently in the UK, we've got up to 1.5 million mortgage holders on SVR. And that really surprised me, given the trend. As I said, 14 rate rises, mortgage rates from last September to now probably doubled, that more people have not come off SVR and locked into particular deals. But yet, apparently, we've still got 1.5 million people. I'd really be keen to know from our watchers why you're still on SVR. If you're happy to just put some commentary underneath as to what that is it through choice? Or do you feel you've got no choice whatsoever? Are you some sort of mortgage prisoner that means you got to stay on SVR? I'd be really interested to know. So please put something in the comments, and I shall read them as they come through. One thing I did think of are those category of people on SVR who are thinking, well, I'm looking to sell my property. We know that the market's extremely flat. If anything, it's contracting fractionally. Only a couple of days ago, I believe, the Halifax did their monthly property market update, and the annual figure for property prices have dropped 2.4% nationally. So not significant, but it's a contraction, a reduction in property values across the UK. And obviously there's regional shifts within that. So it might be that you are just sitting on your hands until the market turns and you might want to sell it, when it comes to more of a peak. But however, in the meantime, you are getting these letters dropping on your doormat saying, here we go, here's another rate rise, your mortgage payments are going up yet again, and you're feeling you've got to take that hit in the short term. Well, I took a look yesterday, and there's a real significant number of products with no redemption penalties. So it might be that you guys that are on SVR want to just engage with your mortgage broker and ask about products that you could get you off a high SVR rate onto a lower, even fixed rate. There are some fixed rate mortgages out there with no penalties. There's discounted variable rates with no penalties. And therefore, is it worth moving across? Now, this is my own personal view, but it's 50-50 really, I think, about whether rates are going to go up any further. I don't think mortgage rates are going to go up at all, by the way. But the Bank of England rate might go up possibly another 0.25%. It would not surprise me if we've now seen the last rate rise at all. I'm a little torn between a possibly a 0.25% rate rise in September. But if inflation continues to drop at the pace that it's at right now, the committee might actually leave rates alone. So for you guys on SVR, you may have topped out. So taking a discounted variable rate might really be a good shout right now. And like I say, if there's no redemption penalties, then if that saves you some money in the short term, it's an option. So if I've said anything that resonates with you guys, if you want to understand a little bit more about it, if you want to talk to the team about your circumstances and seeing whether you can save money, then there will be a link to our online diary at the end of this video. Copy and paste it, book some time in, no cost, no commitment. We'll have a chat and we'll give you some impartial advice on your situation.